In only 6 minutes, you guys, the next game will start, and we're going to follow world champion Magnus Carlsen against the youngest player in the tournament, Praggnanandhaa. What chances, Ivanka, do you give Praggnanandhaa against the world champion?
Well, one thing I noticed when they played together in the last season is that Praggnanandhaa was very, very confident, and he had Magnus Carlsen on the ropes at some stage. So I think that the chances are good. But then having said that, Magnus has won 3 games in a row. He's going to be feeling confident. So I would say 30-70 in Magnus's favour.
All right, it's going to be so interesting to see one of the biggest talents in chess, and has been a talent for many, many years, Praggnanandhaa. We did meet up with him in Tata Steel, played in the Netherlands about a month ago, to get to know him a little bit better. And this is the story of young Praggnanandhaa.
So, actually, my first question is going to be about your name. What do you prefer to be called?
I think Prag is definitely fine.
So just Prag?
Yeah. I started to know the rules at around 3, and I played my first tournament at the age of 5.
Wow.
And I started with the state tournament, I think. And it's also funny that sometimes my sister would usually go to some strong event. And I would be sitting outside with my mother, and so my mother just thought she'll just put me into the tournament, and I usually play all the tournaments where my sister plays. So.
Wow, and so how much older is she then? What age?
Like just 4 years older too.
4 years older? So at 5 years old, you would maybe play against 9?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, and would you start winning?
No, I don't win, but I get a lot of experience, and I think which really helped me.
He's a very jovial kid. He's not very emotional. He doesn't get upset about things. When things go wrong, he can smile at it and forget it. So he doesn't react to negative things in a traditional way, I would say. I started working with him when he was like 7.5 years old kid. He was already having probably around 1700 rating, which was quite high for a 7+-year-old child. And it was very clear that even at that point, it was clear to me as a coach that I'm getting an opportunity to work with a highly talented player. And he was extremely passionate about the game and very hardworking. And he became an international master at the age of 10, which was, at that time, he was the youngest in the world to become an international master. And subsequently, he became a grandmaster at the age of 12, which was number 2 in the world at that point. He became a 2600 player at the age of 14, which was the youngest in the world at that time. So it looked like he's very much on course to at least trying to become a world champion at a very young age. But then COVID happened, and he could not play any competition the last couple of years. And now he's trying to make a comeback. So it remains to be seen how things will pan out from here.
And what do you enjoy doing outside of chess? Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I like to watch some comedies and some movies sometimes. And yeah, I usually like to play sports, some sports, but I'm very bad at them.
Yeah, he's basically a very jolly-going person, I would say. He likes to have fun. But when it comes to chess, he can become completely different person altogether.
A jolly person, young Praggnanandhaa, and he is coming from a draw against Anish Giri, which is a good result against the great Anish Giri. A couple games did end up with the winner, Andreas